Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads Mahabharata 147. As you may remember, Markandeya came to see the Pandavas. I was reminded of Sri Rama, the son of Dasaratha. Rama was a pure-souled person, like you. He too walked the forests of Dandaka with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman. He too, at the command of his father, had to go to the forest for 14 years. I saw him with his reputed bow, Kodanda, walking along the slopes of Rishamukha. He was also like Indra, descended to the earth. He was unequaled in valor. His anger was more terrible than death itself. But he strode the forest dressed in tree bark and deerskin, because he would not swerve from Dharma. He would never think in terms of Adharma. All the great kings of the past live in the minds of people because of this one thing. They walk in the path of truth. Think of Bhagirata, of Harishchandra. The sun moves in his orbit and the sea stays within her boundary because of these great people. Yudhishthira, you made me remember Sri Rama. He ruled the world after his trials were over. Even so will you. You will rule the entire world. I know it. What is more, you will live in the minds of men and women forever and ever. Markandeya spent some days with them and took leave of them. After he had blessed them, he promised to come again in some days. The forest looked like the abode of Brahma. The music made by the recital of the Vedas could always be heard there. Peace was to be found in the Dvaitavana. In his own way, Yudhishthira was very happy. He was happy in the company of the rishis. Even in Indraprastha, he was happiest when he was listening to the discourses on the Vedanta by the many wise and learned ones in his court. He found life in Dvaitavana restful after the storm that had broken out. But a few days ago in Hastinapura, his mind was comforted in the talks of the rishis, talks which made him realize the evanescent nature of worldly possessions. Yudhishthira came to realize the true value of things. He could really and truly feel that the loss of his kingdom was not so terrible after all. One cannot but help think, as Markandeya did, of Rama, who was also just as happy in the forest. To a truly selfless person, the physical wants are so little. When the soul begins to grow, the bodily desires decrease in direct proportion. Yudhishthira, with his saintliness, was enjoying this life. But not Draupadi, not Bhima. These two were very unhappy in Dvaitavana. Bhima's heart was ready to burst with sorrow and anguish. Every time he looked at Draupadi and the state to which she had been brought because of the cruelty and fate and the foolishness of his brother, Bhima would wring his hands together in helpless fury. He would not talk to anyone. He was always to be found alone. He would not sleep, nor would he eat well. Day and night he spent in misery, reliving the horrible day in Hastinapura. His eyes would be always red with anger and sleepless nights. The thoughts of his revenge were constantly in his mind, and he would suddenly gnash his teeth and throw his mace in the air and say, "Let them wait. Let them just wait. I will kill them all." It was not possible for anyone to pacify Bhima. Arjuna could do nothing about his unhappiness. Both his brothers were dear to him. He respected them both, and they were both so different. Arjuna spent many unhappy days trying to comfort his brother. and explained to him the reason for Yudhishthira's inaction. Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.